Hey guys, it's Ventus Thunder here again, and in light of my recent Japanese booster box openings, which I've now opened them all, got a ton of trade bait, and I've traded quite a lot of it already, I wanted to show you guys all the Japanese EX cards that I currently have, and some of them with the full art versions. I will be obtaining some more this week. I'll be getting 2 new full arts, one from Dark Rush, one from Dragon Blast. But we'll start off with the first set that EXs were introduced in, and that's Psycho Drive. The only EX card I have from this set is Mewtwo EX. All these cards are absolutely perfect, all mint, and any scratches you see on these cards are in the top loaders. This one's freaking expensive in English. I'm not gonna go look at the normal EXs as much as I am the full arts, because the full arts are more spectacular. Of course, I don't have a full art Mewtwo, but I would love to trade for one. So, in the other part of Psycho Drive that brings us to our first full art, here's Kyogre. I want you to notice like the background and the border, how the shining, it sort of goes in and out, in and out. If you look at, let me zoom in some. If you look at the border. And then how it sort of has this ripple effect of the foil. And then if you look at his fin or whatever, you see how it looks like ripple waves or whatever. That's because the Japanese cutting technology for making these cards is so much more advanced than the English ones. And then you can also see all the elemental symbols right here. Oh, zoom. You can also see all the elemental symbols right there, how they sort of shine in the light. And then the gold around the edge of the Pokemon. This one's actually not the best example for gold. I'm going to move on to Hail Blizzard. So that was the first of my full arts. So I have Kyurem from Hail Blizzard. This one's not bad. It looks alright, I guess. I would have preferred the full art, but it's a pretty good card. This top loader is really scratched up. So yeah, it still looks nice. You see how all the EXs in Japanese have all the rainbow diffraction grading on them. I swear you guys ought to count how many times I say the words diffraction grading. I swear I've said it like 15 times. So next up is Groudon, another sort of fairly popular choice in English. I really like the illustration on this one and how the boulders are sort of coming out around the card. So yeah, this one's real nice. Next up is our next full art, probably the least impressive but still nice. It's Regigigas EX full art. And this one, the golden borders are not as obvious since most of the Pokemon, where the borders is yellow. But it looks like it sort of has the sunlight shining up there in the top left hand corner. And then on the bottom below its crotch area too. And then it has a lot of green glitter for the feet. So this one's probably the least impressive of the full art. It's still pretty nice though. So yeah, there's that. We'll move on to Dark Rush now. Start off with Tornadus EX. This one has some really cool artwork. Looks like it's lunging out at you and trying to grab something. And I really like how they do the wind effects around the card on this one. Probably going to run out of battery sometime soon here. If I do, it'll cut out and I'll do a second part. Now here is a real popular EX in English, Darkrai. This illustration looks absolutely great. I love how it has like the shadow ball in its hand and how it's sort of reaching out at you. This is a really cool card. But it's not quite as cool as this version. This is the full art Darkrai. This is probably one of my favorite full arts, because you see how the background is mostly black and they can still make it shine like that. It's black, a little blue up top, and then some purple at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but I also like how they do the collar. Like you see the red collar and how the rays of light sort of reflect off that, along with how it reflects off the body as well. And the gold on this one is really easy to see, pretty striking because it's a black Pokemon and you've got gold on black. It's really easy to see. So this is probably my favorite full art. We'll move on to another normal EX. Here's Raikou EX. This one's pretty cool. I like the illustration on this one. The claws sort of coming out at you. But I mean, the normal EXs aren't really anything to look at because they're very similar to the English ones, except for the fact that their whole card is holo instead of just some parts. This is a far more interesting Raikou, I think. Oh, zoom. No, I'm not a Mazda spokesman. Anyway, yeah, this one is the second one I ever pulled. It's really pretty cool. The body looks a bit out of proportion, and I heard they really ruined this one in English. But if you look at the Japanese one, you can see how it sort of has circles going around the bottom. It just looks, this is a really epic card. And then you can see even the two spheres on its head sort of has that light effect too. I don't know where the heck the Japanese people get this paper to print these cards on, but it's really amazing. Now we'll move on to the last EX from Dark Rush. I actually have a full art of this one coming in. It's Entei. Not too much to say about this one. It's pretty plain as the EXs go, and it's not worth too much in English. But I'm going to get a full art, and I'll make a trade video of that one. So we can move on to Black and White 5. We'll start with Dragon Blade. Here's Registeel. This is actually a pretty cool one. I like how the eyes sort of shine. Looks like it's glaring at you, and then the claw coming up. I'm not crazy about the background, but it looks nice. However, it doesn't look as nice as its full art version. This is actually one of my favorite full arts as well. Let's zoom in. If you look at it, it looks like the card is literally made out of metal. If you look at how all the... Just look in the background how the sheets, it looks like sheets of metal sort of colliding. And it looks like it's scratched, but that's the effect that the Japanese Pokemon designers gave it, because they wanted it to look like it's on a legitimate metal background. I bet you could actually scratch this up and still advertise it as mint. No one would care. But I have two of this one, and it's mint. I'd be willing to trade one, but only for a full art that I really need. And you can sort of see another interesting thing about this one is, whoa, the light's really getting into that one. I'm actually aiming for glare on this video so you can see all the crazy looking light effects. If you see, like right there on its shoulder, how it has sort of a center of the holo and it sort of spins out from there, it's really awesome. And another thing I really like about this full art is the eyes. Those are just crazy. And then on the fingers they do the same thing. This is actually really an underrated full art. And just to prove that I have two of them, there they are. One of them is for trade, as I said, but only for another full art like Mew or Ho-Oh. Speaking of Ho-Oh, I have the regular Ho-Oh. This one actually has pretty cool colors. It's very colorful. Yeah, it's got sort of fire on the background. I really like the rainbow colors on this one. This one's they did this one well. So as I said, I'm not spending too much time on normal EX. Next up is my favorite normal EX, Rayquaza EX. This one it's awesome. It's laced with lightning around the bottom. And then the mouth is wide open, and it's like he's about to shoot a beam of something. This one just looks awesome. You can see his tail back there too. I would wager that this art is actually probably as good as the full art version, which I also have. I have all the Rayquazas from these sets. This one is really nice though. It's the first dragon type full art as whoa. It is not focusing properly. Maybe this is because I'm low on battery. But anyway, this is the first dragon type full art I acquired. I got this one in a trade. It is really nice, and I'm never going to give it up. And I'm never going to let it down, nor will I ever run around and desert it. And yeah, you can sort of see how the holo effects are really fancy from the center, where it sort of has those rings coming out. And then it just looks really nice on the green body of the Rayquaza itself. And at the bottom you can see all those crazy rings again, like on the Raikou. So that one's freaking awesome. Okay, we'll move on to Dragon Blast now, and we're gonna start, I think, with Mew. So yeah, there's Mew. This one's actually really cute. It looks sort of impish in this one. I don't have a whole lot to say about it except for the fact that I want the full art really bad. I'm willing to trade Registeel plus something else for this one. The Registeel full art plus something else for Mew full art, because I really need it for my collection. And if you have one of those full arts, I would be very willing to listen to trade offers, because it is an awesome card. So next we'll go with Terrakion. I have the full art of this one coming in, so that one's not needed anymore. This one looks like it's giving you the troll face, sort of. I like how it looks, how the horns are sort of But I mean, it sort of sucks that you don't see any more in the face on this one, but I do like how it has the effect of the boulders coming out and around the whole card. So yeah, it's become actually one of my favorites in terms of the regular EXs. And we'll finish off the EXs with Giratina. This is also one of my favorites, if you look at how the bottom of the card is purple, and I think the purple just matches really well with the rest of it. This is a cool card. I actually sold off my other one, so anything that's in this video is not for trade, except for the Registeel. And I actually traded my second one of these already. This is the last full art I have right now. It's Giratina full art, another dragon type, as you can see up there. This one's actually really cool. You can see how the rays of light sort of go across the, I don't know what you call that, but like the yellow things that go around his chest. And then it's got all the fancy glitter on the gray part of his altered form. But what I think is really cool is the background. It's like the, what's it called? The distortion world. It's like he's coming straight out of that. And it has the circular ripples of holo effects as well. So yeah, that's the last full art I have. The last card, however, that I have to show you is my only shiny from these sets. And it is the best one and most expensive. It's Rayquaza. It's not focusing. So this one is absolutely badass. If you look at it, has the circular holo effects as well. And then around the bottom it has the dragon type logo. You can see sort of how the light whoa. There we go. You can sort of see how the light reflects off that. It looks really cool. And then the Pokemon itself looks like it's made out of glitter. So basically it looks like a normal card, except on second inspection it's got the same effects as a full art. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll do a quick recap of what I have. So you have, well, Mewtwo EX, Kyogre Full Art, Kyurem EX, Groudon EX, Regigigas Full Art, Tornadus EX, Darkrai EX, Darkrai Full Art, Raikou Full Art, Entei Full Art will be coming in probably Wednesday, Thursday, Registeel, 2 Registeel Full Arts, Holo, Rayquaza, the Rayquaza Full Art, Rayquaza Shiny. I have every Rayquaza from these 2 sets. Love that. Giratina Full Art, Mew, and finally Terrakion with the Full Art will be coming in soon. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching this video, you guys. It'd be great if you could just slap a little like on it down there. And also, if you've not already, subscribe, because I've got some great trade videos coming up this week. Because I got all the trade bait from those boxes, and they've been going really fast, and I've gotten a lot of stuff that I need. So yeah, thanks guys.